When you are somebody who is always doing things in your own strength, you're never going to be able to overcome to the fullness that you are going to be able to overcome. What do I mean? If you were somebody who was always trapped, right? Always falling to the temptations of the enemy, not overcoming certain sins, that you have been operating in certain sins for years and years and years. Not to say that overcoming sin is easy, but what I am saying is that at some point you have to understand that you should not be a slave to sin. You should not be falling victim to the same thing year after year after year. The reason why is because you were doing things simply in your own strength, and you have not surrendered that thing over to God to allow God to come into you, to do his perfect work in you, to work out of you that sin. And so we have to get into the posture, the heart posture, the mindset that it is okay for me to be weak. Why? Because God's power will be made manifest through my weaknesses. How else is God going to be able to show himself through you if you just showing up all you? If you showing up wanting to be in control of things, let God do what he knows how to do. We often be in these cycles and just not wanting to surrender, wanting to hold on to people, places, and things that God is saying, let go of, things that God is saying, you're settling in this area, things that God is saying, that's not what I have planned for you. But for whatever reason, people are still in the trap and in the snare and in the net of the enemy, just in all these bondages and strongholds, simply because they have not yet surrendered. You have a surrendering problem. You really don't have a sin problem. You have a surrendering problem. Whenever you fix your surrendering problem, whenever you take your eyes off of you, whenever you take your hands off the wheel, whenever you begin to look to God, the author and finisher of your faith, then you will be able to see that chains will be broken. Then you will be able to see that you will be free from sin. Then you will be able to see that you're not a victim to everything that Satan has thrown your way. No, but you are an overcomer, that you are resilient, that you have the victory. Why? Because Jesus already had it whenever he defeated Satan on the cross. And if you too want to see that same victory in your life, surrender to God.